Ahoy there! How are you guys? Doing a mic check. Ahoy there! How are you guys? Okay, shut up. Alright. Logging in. I'm gonna go on ahead and, rearrange the windows on my end. Hey, so, I'm not using Stream Elements anymore. Because apparently they've added some generative AI features. So, that lit the fire under my butt that I needed to, just get rid of everything Stream Elements related on this, on OBS. There's not going to be a chat on screen. There's not going to be an alert box on the screen, even though that didn't really work anyway. So, I'm not going to be able to know if anybody even tries to log in. I've still got chat up on my end because it's a widget inside OBS, so I'm still going to be able to view chat. I just need to pay a little more attention to it. Alright, Nightbot is working. That's good. Let me go on ahead and do the social media thing. Yeah, so YouTube on Firefox was, crap in the bed earlier, so I kinda had to restart my computer. And seems to be doing okay now, so yeah, I guess it was about time for me to restart my computer anyway. I also did it on my Mac as well, just in case. Even though the problems weren't nearly as bad, but I think it might just be a problem on YouTube's end. But to make sure it's nothing on my end, I just restarted everything. Alright, yeah, let me go on ahead and finish social media stuff. But yeah, not using Stream Elements anymore. I'm looking into options for on-screen overlays and whatnot. So I eventually will have something else to swap over to, and I am not going back to Streamlabs. Because I started using Stream Elements because of issues that they had. So, yeah, I may just have to start, I may just have to learn how to make my own at this point. I am more than open to, suggestions if anybody has any, though. Okay. Let's go on ahead and get the show on the road before my potato here decides to drink all the meat on the table. Alright, let's see. I can close you now. And I can go on ahead and close you now. Hi. Let's see. Let's do that first. Alright, so today is the day that we are taking care of another role questline, and it involves that cat boy right there. This one is also kind of weird, in which we can do this with either our dancer or our ninja. I'm gonna be interchanging between both because they're both at level 80, so it doesn't really matter. And, you know, just variety. And after we're done with that quest line, I'm gonna be going to finish off the level, the ninja job, quests and the, dancer job quests. They both have a level 80 quest that I can do. And then we're gonna be doing a, fortune drawing, because that event's going on right now. The Heaven's Turn event. I'll be doing that little quest line to get, prize and to do a fortune reading. Whew, so that's a lot that I gotta do. Hopefully I can take care of all this before 2 hours. I'm hoping to get it done within a couple hours. So yeah, let's go on ahead and get that out of the way. Lurik thinks you might just be the answer to his prayers.
Wait, you wouldn't happen to be...
I'm a potato. Nice to meet you. Please don't eat me.
Yes, of course you are. 'Tis plain the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of man I've been looking for. You're perfect.
Please stop looking at me like that.
My name is Lurik, and I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. Nay, I'm not wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin-eaters. Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable fiend, one of the 4 cardinal virtues, those infamous instigators of the flood itself. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I can't do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I'm confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have mind to recruit.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited to help out. Yay.
Aha, I knew you would be interested. And should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, I know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You will be duly compensated for your service, rest assured.
Oh, when you put it like that.
However, much as I am certain you are the right man for the job, 'tis only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but you would be shocked at how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others.
You know, I think I like Sarek a little bit better. He sounds pompous. Alright, well, let's head over to Lakeland for the initial, test our might thing. Please, help me, Giot. Help me, help me, help me. Alright, where is this guy? Why'd you have to go all the way over here? There we go, that's what I wanted. Did you really have to go all the way over here? Couldn't we have done this a little bit closer to the gate? Sure, if you talk to the guards, they'd understand. Why all the way out here, man?
Here we are, proving grounds. You need only slay a beast of suitable ferocity before my very eyes to demonstrate your own. Naturally, we require bait to lure out one of hiding.
Lure one out of hiding. Sorry.
Oh, my lord, got your package here. Well done, my good man, and here's your payment.
Ah, I see you employ manservants.
Oh, this, the bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a day to and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it'll take long for something to come hither.
Gee, thank you. Something tells me he was spoiled a little too much as a kid. Alright, well, let's see. Iguana meat. Why go to the hassle of procuring your own bait when you can hire someone to do it for you? Alright, well. Now we just go over here. Going ahead and get my Mudra at the ready. Alright, well, here we go. There we go. Easy.
Fantastic! I knew I was not wrong about you. Come, let us return to the Crystarium at once.
You know, if you're gonna have a bow, you might as well start using it a little more often. Something tells me you were pampered a little too much as a kid. Oh, can't be helped. Oh yeah, the no longer using stream elements thing also feeds into one of the reasons I'm swapping over to Twitch. For whatever reason on Windows 10, I cannot log into any services like Nightbot or Stream Elements from Firefox. I can do it from Firefox on my Mac just fine, though. It won't let me do it to. It won't let me sign into YouTube via on Windows 10. And I tried signing into Twitch on Windows 10. It worked. So, this is probably a Windows 10 thing. Usually it's the other way around where you can't really do it on Mac, but no, Mac did it flawlessly. I pretty much narrowed down which flavor of Linux I'm gonna be using when end of life comes for Windows 10. It's probably gonna be Linux Mint and just like some flavor of mint.
Congratulations on a kill well made, my good man. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let us commemorate the occasion with a feast. Eat, drink, and be merry.
Oh, I didn't expect food. All right, cool.
Wonderful stuff, isn't it? Compliments to the chef. Another helping? No? Are you sure? Really? It's no bother. Oh, very well.
Have you seen how big I am? Do you think I could really scarf down that much? I'm just a little guy.
I should like to return to our earlier discussion. That of the virtue I have engaged you to hunt with me. Andrea is her name, and she roams around Northrend in the guise of Renderay, the fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld. She is a most elusive eater who's been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in your head, why not leave her be? If anything, is she not aiding the local communities after a fashion? Alas, no, for the beasts she slays rise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched sin eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more of her kind on unsuspecting towns and villages all across Northrend. Only you and I can stop her. Yes.
I see. So she was a warrior of light.
Huh, what an odd thing to ask, but never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains, or whatever 100 years ago, doesn't matter to me. Simple truth is, Renderay was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating her at her own game would be an amazing feat, don't you think? And regardless of what the warriors of light were before they became sin eaters, that's what they are now, so we'd better be doing folks a favor by killing one. Well, what say you, friend? Will you hunt Andrea with me?
Oh, sure, with pleasure.
So begins our formal partnership. Ah, I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle fighting side by side. The picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, it'll take us time to study and understand our prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andrea. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, to think like a hunter. But it's easier said than done. Anyway, as soon as I've determined where we ought to begin our search, I'll inform you at once.
Yeah, you go on ahead and do that. you want to get into the head of a hunter, it might help to grab your bow and start pulling the string.
Oh, is the reward lacking? My apologies. Next time I will see that you receive a more substantial compensation.
No, this is perfect. I get my money other ways. Anyway, swapping over.
Good God, man, you look different now. I mean, wait, it's you. It's really you. You actually came.
Yes?
I mean, never mind. You're here to hunt Andrea with me, yes? Of course you are. Why else would you be here? Would you know one of my hirelings should be returning with new information any moment now?
You mean you didn't look for it yourself? Okay. Greetings, my lord. I'm pleased to report that Andrea was recently sighted in Amarang, in the vicinity of Samael's backbone, it would seem. Apparently, there was a right vicious spider that was giving folks trouble, and now that it's been turned, it's about a dozen times worse. They'd be grateful for any assistance.
I see. Well done, my friend. Your payment is promised. Cha-ching! Why bother going out and pestering the small folk for news when you can employ others to do it for you? The better to devote our precious time to rather more important matters, I say. And owing to my winning strategy, we may now depart for Amarang and the delightfully named Samael's backbone. For in pursuing the spider, we may yet find its maker.
We're gonna have to learn you a little bit of skill then. Alright, well, let's go over to the Morrow launch. Over here. Alright, let's head to Amarang. Excuse me. Oh wow, all the way over here. Yeah, I think I like Serg a little bit better. For one, he actually knew how to use a bow, and for second, he actually had common sense on his side. Alright, well. You find the turned spider?
Well, this certainly is the place. I gather those bones once belonged to dear Samael, but I see no troublesome arachnid. It being a rather large desert, I had considered hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but I've yet to spy a place where such individuals might congregate. Pity.
Yes. Pity indeed. Pity indeed.
Bah! Nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work. Ourselves, we shall split up and search the sands for the sin-eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after we both have searched for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here. Let the hunt begin.
What the hell did I get myself into? Alright, well, I think I should be able to take care of this by myself. Survey the surrounding sands, but no trace of the spider you seek. Oh, okay. Usually that kind of cloud on a destination marker means that you fight something. That's the first time that I can think of that I haven't seen that be the case. Okay, good. That turtle isn't getting closer. Oh! Look at this. Alright, well, let's go on ahead and dance it to death. Whack! There we go, down it goes. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that the creatures that this Cardinal Virtue is killing, just rise up and, as Sin Eaters, then I'd probably just leave this one alone. But yeah, Cardinal Virtue creates Sin Eaters, unfortunately. Well, that was easy. Oh, no. No, must be the heat. Migraine. There she is, the Scourge of Northrend, the Devourer of Souls. Balam quits. We bring this mark down, they'll be singing ballads about us till the end of time. Never mind the King's Bandy. Hells, we could buy ourselves a couple castles apiece. Flanking maneuver, as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike it. Then we'll strike as one. Nod. Damn it, she's onto us. Don't panic, we planned for this. We'll act as decoys while Renda Ray brings her down. Go, go! Wait, not yet! There's no need to rush this! Solid! Always so headstrong. Buck up me! My head! I can't! No, no, come back here! Finish, you bloody bastard! Finish me! I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I'll not let it end like this, I promise. I'll kill that goddamn beast if it's the last thing I do. Oh, and she's gone.
Hey, what was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about wasn't like anything I've ever felt.
Yeah, so I have this thing where I get visions every time I get a damn migraine. It's very inconvenient, but I know a little bit more about Renda Ray now.
By the gods, and I thought we were lucky to just catch a glimpse of Andrea, but you're also telling me you were granted a vision of her past with this power of yours? Though, 2 warriors killed while hunting a great horned beast. A beast that surviving companion vows to slay in revenge. I've heard this tale before, I know it. But it's common enough sort of tale, I suppose. And regardless, she is gone. Come, let us return to the Crystarium and celebrate your accomplishment.
At least he didn't pass out in the desert heat. I was kind of hoping he would. Alright, well, back to the Crystarium. Oh. You know, I thought that was something I'd be able to go through, but whatever. Alright, let's head back to Not Thanalan to catch a ride back to the Crystarium. Alright, Crystarium, let's go. Oh, we know a little bit of backstory about Renda Ray. Originally, she was hunting down something with a couple of buddies to get a cash reward, but then she was knocked out from the sound that the creature made, and her 2 companions were killed. And from that point forward, she was driven to kill the thing out of revenge for her friends.
The table is set, and so I bid you raise a glass with me, and together we might toast your spectacular accomplishment.
Alright, but please don't ask me to dance for you. I know I'm a dancer, but,
It's nothing really quite like a hearty meal after a job well done. Drink up, my friend. Drink up.
I can't possibly drink anymore.
Had your fill? I've another few bottles ready and waiting to be opened. No? Oh, very well, if you insist. It occurs to me, my good man, that I have yet to ask you your name. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now.
Yeah, our friendship.
Throate garrote, Reek and Throate. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Throate are the daring duo, the brave bounty hunters, the scourge of the Sin Eaters. And once we have slain Andrea, not a soul of Norvrent will not know our names. That shall ring out across the realm. Ah, but I should dwell overmuch on the victory before the struggle. A wise hunter is prepared and patient. 'Twould be prudent to send double, nay, triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads.
Or you could just do it yourself. You sure it's wise to spend your money so freely?
Worried about the budget for our brave endeavor? Well, don't be. I'm prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever.
Alright, well, if you insist. Maybe I should tell him that I'm not really doing this for money. Well, then again, where's the fun in that? Alright, swap back. Alright, level 74 quest is ninja. Let's go.
There he is, Throate, come to rejoin his bosom companion in the great hunt.
Please don't use bosom in a sentence near me.
It is well that you have, for I have obtained new information concerning a sighting of Andrea on Kalusha. The fiend had transformed yet another deadly mark, a great bear in this instance, even to an even deadlier bear. And so it falls to Reek and Throate to slay the newborn eater and continue their pursuit of Norvrent's most virtuous, most notorious virtue. To Kalusha and to glory.
Alright, whatever. Oh, you, didn't have someone come up to you, with information in exchange for coin. Alright. Dare I hope he's, no longer, paying people and instead starting to do things himself. Ah, I just went around in a circle trying to find where the... Okay. Alright, Kalusha, let's go. Oh dear, it's raining. Oh right, yeah. Oh, we're also near, this. So I guess after I'm done with all the objectives here, I'll probably just hit up this real quick. Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell, this is probably my least favorite of the Shadowbringers role quest, mainly because of the guy we're teamed up with. Everything else about the questline is good. I just really don't like this guy. And yeah, there's a reason I'm making him sound like a pompous. Let us brook no further delay and commence our search separately as before in Amarang. If you catch the eater first, I grant you leave to kill it without me. I trust you will not be disappointed if the reverse were to occur. Surely not, surely not. I myself will be most put out if I happen to lose to you a second time, and so on that note, may the best hunter win. Alright, well, I genuinely hope you actually kill it. Because that would mean that the bow isn't just for show. I actually don't remember which of us kills it this time. It could be him for all I know. It's been so long since I've done this quest. But this time I'm doing it as a ninja. So I'm going to be going into the shadows. Alright, no trace of the bear. I do like that you do flips when you jump as a ninja. Oh, you are in for a rude awakening. I do not want you getting in the way. There we go. Because I think this is the one. You fail to find any trace of the bear you seek. Perhaps Lurik was indeed the better hunter this day. Alright, cool. I think he might have genuinely gotten it. Or it could be flat on his ass, about to get mauled to death, and then I'm gonna step in and stop him from getting mauled. Oh, I see. Oh, good. I have a feeling this is going to be a nice little confrontation. And then we'll learn a little more about our partner here. Hate to say it, Throate, but it seems we were late to the party. Landbird and his mate slew the bear before we could. I see. So it is true, then. You've cast your lot in with the boy, you poor daft sod. But I don't understand. The eater was a newborn. How could you possibly have learned of it and gotten here before we did? You know, they probably just tracked it themselves. Well, you see, that's the problem with relying on hired help. They're loyal to a coin, not you. And you're not the only one willing to open his purse. Yeah, he's got a point. But more importantly, Reek, what's this I hear about you hunting Andrea? With help, I mean, rather than all by your lonesome. I have a distinct memory of you storming off in a huff saying you didn't need me or anyone else to finish the job. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, really? You told him that? Do as you like. Help or no, you've no chance of beating me to the prize. Because unlike you, I'm not all talk, and neither are me mates. Speaking of mates, how much did it cost you to buy his friendship? Do tell. Well, at the moment, like 2,500 gil. Piss off, Landbird! Why are you still here? You've got your mark, didn't you? You should choose your friends more carefully, Senna. When it all goes wrong, don't say I didn't warn you. You have questions, I'm sure. As you may have surmised, Landbird was once a comrade of mine. I took him into my service that we might hone our skills in battling sin-eaters in preparation for facing Andrea. However, I soon came to see that he was not all capable of a hunter, and so I dissolved our working relationship. Unfortunately, he did not take it in stride and instead resolved to recruit new companions that he might beat me in my own game. It would seem that his fortunes have improved greatly of late. So much so that I fear we can no longer afford to dedicate time to tracking lesser eaters and must devote our undivided attention into the pursuit of Andrea.
As such, we should be getting back to the Crystarium, but before we depart, I have one other matter to attend to in Yulmore. If I might trouble you to accompany me. But of course you will. Let us be off.
Alright, but why you... Okay. Oh, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so far my tier list of Shadowbringers role quests in order that I like. Healer, Caster, Physical DPS. And something tells me it's still going to be at the bottom after I'm done doing the tank role quest. So I remember actually liking that one too. So yeah, once I'm done here in Yulmore, instead of heading back to the Crystarium, I'm going to take care of the next weekly near quest. Boop. Alright, where is he? Understory, he's in the camp. Okay. I didn't know he was a horny little bastard. I see. Let me guess. Your mother and father.
Throate, allow me to introduce you to my mother and father. Daddy, this is my traveling companion and dear friend Throate. He and I have resolved to hunt a particularly deadly sin eater. Indeed, I cannot overstate how terribly dangerous this eater is. That to pursue it is to court death itself. However, when we last triumph over the fiend, all of Norvrend shall sing our praises. Wouldn't that be wonderful, father?
As long as you do not sully our good name, you're free to hunt whatever quarry you desire. I can do without all the petty details. Now then, how much do you require this time? Up with it? Oh, never mind. Just give the boy my coin purse, would you? I'm sure it will suffice for his trivial pursuits. That's why you're here, is it not? Another handout? Don't play coy. You've never been any good at it.
I see.
You know, I honestly don't know why I came here. Keep your coin, father. We're leaving, Throate. Right now.
Well. Was that supposed to make me feel pity for him? I still think that's an edited picture of like forum posts from the official forums or something. Alright, well, before I head back to the Crystarium, I don't think we're gonna be back here anytime soon. So I'm heading back. Actually, it'd probably be a little bit quicker if I just fly over there from here. Auto run! Engage! Alright. Alright, well. Ah, it's you again. Thanks to you, we've now got a good lot of automata helping us out, but we could still do with more. If you're not too busy, do you think you could retrieve another iron bear for us? Rest assured you won't be doing it alone this time. I'm going to retrieve one too. When we're done, let's meet back here. Happy deactivating. Okay. Alright, let's hope I don't accidentally kill the first one again. Alright, get your ass over here. That should be enough. There we go. Yay, I pulled my punches this time. Yay, here's mine. Great! With these 2 additional units on duty, I'll be able to spend more time I'll be able to spend more time doing things that automata can't do for the rebuilding. Yes, that's it. Thanks to you, I found something that I could do for Combra. But as helpful as you are, I wouldn't rely on you forever. No, from this point on, I want to make sure I can get by on my own when the time comes. There might be others who could use a hand, though, so you ought to talk to the chief. Thanks again, and be seeing you. Okay, bye. Got another recorder for me. Oh, hello. Oh, seems like everything is in tip-top shape once again. Hell yeah. Yay, everything is fixed. Lolly, we've done it, Throate. We've restored Combra to the way it was. This calls for grog. Lots of it. Hell yeah. I could drink to that. Before I drink myself silly, I should put this in surer hands. It's another recording device from Konog. After all of this time, we still don't know where the lad is, but I hope he'll return soon so we can marvel at the fine work we've done with our village. And speaking of returning, could you come with me, Throate? There's something else I want to tell you. Sure. Some days ago, Glag suddenly vanished from the village. What? I rounded up a crew of my miners and together we set out to find him. His trail led us deep into the machine's base inside the crater, to the place where we encountered that strange white orb. It was there we found Glag lying face down and unmoving. We rushed to his aid, but before we could do so much as roll him over, he got up and proceeded to walk off in the direction of the village. As if we weren't there, as if nothing had happened. Since then, Glag's been back to his normal self, as far as anyone can tell at any rate. We've no idea what brought on these bursts of strange behavior. Perhaps that man's just had too much to drink. Perhaps it was something else. But whatever it was, we've decided to keep things quiet and leave well enough alone. You're one of the few privy to the situation, so I thought I should let you know how it ended. I also want to thank you again. You truly have a beard of gold, Throate, and we wouldn't have been able to rebuild our village without you. The way I see it, this place is as much your home as it is ours, so no matter where you go, know that there'll always be a tankard of ale waiting here for you. I appreciate it, thank you. So something tells me that he's been turned into he's actually a robot now. Oh. Well, I think I've got the conclusion to this. All right. Well, let's read the log first. For as long as I can remember, it's just been the two of us. Hardly anyone even bothered to be kind to us, but we always had each other. When I was with Anog, there was nothing to fear. What my sister wanted most was to get revenge on the world that had done this to us. can't accept that the world got her first. I won't. Oh. Well, I think I know what's gonna happen.
Lolly, I can't thank you enough. Oh, Cobra is looking like its old self again. Better if we're honest. You can see that for yourself, though, so let me tell you something you don't know. I hear that automata of dwarven make have been spotted about Yulmore of late. Signature frog motif and all. Now, where would those city folk have gotten their hands on artistry like that? We certainly haven't been peddling them to outsiders, you aside. I can think of one dwarf who might be, though. One with the right skills and little else to his name. If it is Konog, well, I have a lot to say to him. I'm sorry, for starters. And it'd be nice to see how far we've come. And it'd be nice if he could see how far we've come. The new Comra. I'd like to think he'd be happy here. Anyway, seeing as you're the worldly sort, I doubt you'll have too much trouble picking up a trail in Yulmore. Let me know what you find.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm willing to take a look and see if I can find him. Hi, Glag.
Nobody's perfect and I ain't no exception. But I've always tried to look after the village best I know how, and I'll keep on doing so.
Wonder if you're really Glag or not. Alright, Skyfront then. Oh, I see. Oh, I could have... Okay. Alright, I could have just warped there, but whatever. This definitely saved me money. Hey, I'm looking for a specific dwarf. I've got gold, I've got jewels, I've got gold-plated jewels. Please don't show me your jewels. Not interested in my wares. Pity. I did see a dwarf in black, though. Yes, odd little fellow. Came selling one of those gog contraptions. Not quite to my personal taste, but a rare find to be sure. He placed an order as well. Placed in advance. Say, if you're looking for the chap anyway, would you save me some trouble and take it to him? Sure. He mentioned he was sleeping down in the derelicts. Odd lad, as I said. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the place, but fortunately he drew a map to his preferred hovel. Oh, thank you. Oh.
Yes, I can't read. Yeah, this looks like the place.
This is probably from earlier.
Wait just a little longer, Anog. With the machine's technology, I can bring you back. I will. I'll make it work. I will. I will. I can't. I can't. I'm not good enough. Never good enough. I can't. Anog, I can't do this. I can't live in a world without you. I just can't. You're such a crybaby. Anog! The one and, well, suffice it to say I'm back. Thanks to your hard work and my innate genius, of course. Anog, I have nowhere to go. I'm all alone. That was before. You have me now. And don't you dare say we have nowhere to go. There's a whole world waiting for us, Konog.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Similar to the crawls from the Nier games. Oh well, it's actually listing off all of the summons. And you know, major names from other games. Like Genova. Oh, wait. Are they listing off all of the servers and the percentage of who got chosen? Yorha, Dark Apocalypse. The end. seems like Konog is nowhere to be found. Seems like the food is still hot. Alright, well, let's head back to the chief. Actually, it might be quicker to get over here via Stilltide. Hey, so,
Laddie, don't keep me in suspense, ho! Did you find Konog?
you were right that he was in Yulmore, but now...
That's disappointing. Still, I appreciate you letting me know all the same. What's that you have there? Some kind of fancy mead? Konog? But what's it for? Aside from the obvious, I mean.
I'd appreciate you... I think he'd appreciate it if you passed it on to the woman who was injured.
I will. I only wish things hadn't turned out like this. What happened to the village was bad enough, but then everyone was at each other's throats. And Anog and Konog were gone. Don't even get me started on the Glag debacle. I keep turning it all over in my mind, and I see nothing but the mistakes we made. And I wonder, how can any of us be sure that we won't make a mess of things again? Maybe we can't. Maybe we just try to remember every single day how bloody wrong we probably are, and we learn to live with that. Maybe that's the only answer we get.
Alright. And that is everything for the near raids. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do this. Oh, I can't execute it? Alright, hold on a second. I can't even... Okay. Let's do this. Alright, and now I do this. Alright! Alright, let's head back to the Crystarium. Boop. Oh boy. Sorry it took so long, I had a bit of a detour.
Oh, forgive me, Throate, but I would forego the wine on this occasion. Father's lackluster reception has put me in rather dour spirits.
That's okay, I couldn't drink another drop.
As you may have gathered from our exchange, I am a free citizen of Yulmore. Owing to my parents' considerable wealth, I have enjoyed a relatively privileged upbringing. Privileged and unbearably boring! Which is why I quit the city and resolved to become a bounty hunter. I am no fool, though. I'm well aware of my fortunate circumstances, which is why I elected to conceal them from the people of the Crystarium. People aren't wont to jump to uncharitable conclusions. I feel as though you and I have established a rapport, though, and so I thought it best to bring you here, bring you into my confidence. I pray you refrain from telling others.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Now then, since Landbird has decided to turn this into a race, we have no choice but to oblige him and slay Andrea before he does. This calls for a veritable army of hired hands.
Are you sure?
Alas, in a fit of frustration, I've refused Father's coin. Without additional resources, we have no choice but to conduct the search by ourselves. Moreover, I am rather embarrassed to admit that I can pay you only a token sum this time, but I trust that will not deter you from joining me anon.
I was never in this for the gil, man. I appreciate the little gil that you gave me at the start, though.
Really? I mean, of course you weren't. Perish the thought.
Anyway, swap.
Throate, my friend, thank the gods you're here. Ever since we parted ways, I've been exhausting myself running all over the Crystarium, questioning anyone and everyone, hoping someone might have seen Andrea, but alas.
So you haven't even gone outside for a bit? You haven't gone outside even for a bit?
Well, of course. Surely this is the limit of what a man with meager financial resources can accomplish.
You have a lot to learn, dude.
But never mind all of that. For it but recently dawned on me that the vision you beheld of Renda Ray's past could hold clues for which we have been desperately searching. When you first described it to me, I felt as though I had heard it before, and I had. My wet nurse had told me the exact story when I was still a boy. 'Twas a tale of a courageous hunter who, together with her comrades, embarked on a quest to slay a notorious mark, a great horned beast.
Yeah, I spat on the mic.
They came upon their quarry in a desert, and there attempted to lay it low. Alas, the beast had singular strength and the hunter a fatal weakness, and so in the ensuing struggle her comrades were killed, leaving her, the sole survivor, to swear vengeance. Would you not agree that your vision does a perfect match for this tale?
Yeah, it matches it exactly.
Then there can be no doubt. Renda Ray is the celebrated hunter, the hero I so admired in my childhood. After that tragic day, the hunter resolved not to rely upon others and instead slew the beast by herself. She somehow found a way to compensate for her weakness. Anyway, my recollection of the tale is likely riddled with errors. We should ask Miss Elvira to recount it in full. She was a bounty hunter herself before she entered into our service, you know. Also, in light of all this, I should share with you an interesting theory concerning all the virtues I heard from a fellow hunter. Apparently, each appears to be driven by particular memories, moments that forever changed each of these fallen heroes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Renda Ray being a hunter of notorious marks in life and in death. I don't know why it never occurred to me before. But if that is indeed the reason for why she behaves as she does, then the more we learn about Renda Ray's adventures, the better our chances of predicting where she'll turn up. All the more reason to go see my former wet nurse. Miss Elvira lives in Gate Town, on Kalusia. Let's be off then.
You know, if she lives in Gate Town, there's probably a good reason for that. Particularly a reason that was very common before I brought Night back to this realm. Right, I'm not. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can actually locate the Amara launch. Aha! There it is. Kalusia. Do I get anything for getting the... Oh, I do. Witness to the Dark Apocalypse. Oh, good. Oh, I got a title for doing the level 80 Red Mage quest. I assume I'm gonna get a title for the Dancer and Ninja ones as well. Yeah, so if there's a reason that she's living here, it's probably a crappy one.
Throate, this is Miss Elvira, the wet nurse who raised me for practically the entirety of my childhood. She was bonded to my family and lived with us in the city at the time, but when I came of age, she was forced to leave. My, you've grown into such a strapping young man, but I can't imagine you came to Gate Town just to pay me a visit, my little Reek. Not in front of him, if you please. But to answer your question, we did in fact come to see you. There were stories you told me as a child of a courageous hunter. Was that hunter perchance the warrior of light, Render Ray? Of all the reasons you could have had. Aye, those stories were of Render Ray, the greatest bounty hunter of her day, the legend so many aspired to become. Less so after the flood. It was still fresh in everyone's minds when I was younger, and for all the good they had done in life, none could deny the chaos they sowed in death as sin eaters. But despite all that, me and my mate still looked up to her. We knew all her feats and swore to preserve them, in secret if need be, that she might inspire future generations as she had ours. So years and years later, when you wanted to hear tales of adventure and heroism, I couldn't help but share with you the ones nearest and dearest to my heart. I only wish I hadn't had to change all the names. Then it's true. The hero who I looked up to as a child, whose tales of daring do drove me up to take up the bow as you had, to pester you for training that I might become a bounty hunter. It was her. Miss Elvira, Throate and I are hunting Andrea, and we believe that one of the stories you shared may help me guide in our search. Namely the one about the great horned beast that killed her friends. Will you tell it to me again? Wicked White, is that? Oh, my little Reek. Very well.
Even as a young hunter, Render Ray's incredible hearing was unparalleled. She could track her quarry through a forest by the most minute sounds of their passing, from miles away even by some accounts. Even the most subtle and stealthy beasts never eluded her for long. A misplaced foot, a snapped branch, eventually Render Ray would know, and her aim was always good and true. As she grew older and honed her skills further, she set her eyes on bigger prizes. She became a hunter of notorious marks and, together with her comrades, earned fame and fortune. As their reputation swelled, so too did their egos. Only the most dangerous of game would suffice, and so they resolved to hunt the Scourge of Norvrant, the Devourer of Souls, Balam Quits. But what Render Ray did not realize was that her greatest strength would prove her undoing. For when she faced Balam Quits, the beast roared with such force that it brought her to her knees. Helpless, she could only watch as it claimed the lives of her beloved comrades and fled. After burying the hunters and vowing that she would one day avenge them, she took to the road once more. She met Ardbert and his fellow warriors of light, and for a time she accompanied the fledgling heroes on their adventures.
Ho 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 ho!
Huh. She keeps showing up. I wonder why. To them, she was a breath of fresh air, a vibrant young woman who savored every moment and found joy in the simple pleasures. They knew not of her fallen friends or how their deaths weighed heavy upon her still. The party wandered the realm, performing many great deeds and growing ever stronger, as did Render Ray. While in Kalusha, she even devised a means to defend against the powerful roar that had been her downfall that fateful day. And then, while engaged in an adventure in Raktika, a rumor reached Render Ray's ears. Balam Quits, the Scourge of Norvrant, Devourer of Souls, had been spotted wandering the city of swamps. It was a golden opportunity, but to seize it would be to face the beast alone. She could not wait for Ardbert and the others, nor could she ask that they forsake their sworn duty. But perhaps it was just as well, for the memory of her defeat still haunted her. The courageous hunter had allowed a single fear to take root in her heart. The fear of losing her new companions as she had her old. For it was that Renda Ray ventured forth in secret and resolved to slay her hated foe, Balam Quits alone. And with all her strength and guile, the legendary hunter did just that. Potential thumbnail. Vengeance claimed she rejoined Arbert and the others and never spoke of this terrible battle twixt her and the dread beast. From that day forward, she was Renda Ray, the warrior of light, and the deeds of her and her comrades would be celebrated forevermore.
It's strange to think that the woman I admired when I was young would become the sin eater I swore to slay.
What she became doesn't change who she was, even if the tales were a little embellished over the years. They were rooted in truth. She was and will always be a hero to me. And to you, I hope.
Thank you, Miss Elvira, for everything. I promise I will visit you again soon. So, Throate, remember that theory I told you about the virtues being driven by powerful memories? If Andrea is reenacting the journey leading up to her confrontation with Balam Quits, the one that took her from Amarang to Kalusia, then her next destination must be...
Raktika Greatwood, wasn't it? Or are we heading to Ilmeg?
Right! That was where she laid low the beast at last, in the city of swamps to be precise. And so that is where we shall go. Let us away! Of course.
Now listen, Reek, there's an awful lot of people who don't know about Renda Ray, or the world for that matter. So wherever you go and whatever you see, remember not to take it at face value. Don't just accept what others tell you is good and true. Listen to your heart and decide for yourself. And be safe. Throate, was it? It's such a pleasure to meet a friend of Reek's. His parents never hesitated to provide him with all the wealth and opportunities they could, but when it came to love and support, well, all I can say is that it's a miracle that the boy turned out as well as he did. One can never have too many friends or too much support. That goes for you as well, I should think. Alright, well, off to Raktika we go. Oh, perfect, it's daytime. And so I must impose a question upon you. Do you know Lahi? I will play Lahi.
When I was little, Miss Elvira seemed so much bigger and stronger than me. Though, to be perfectly honest, the way she carries herself even now bespeaks a confidence I cannot help but envy. But never mind that. We have a virtue to hunt. Let us commence our search at once, and keep your weapons at the ready, my friend.
Okay. There she is.
Huh, about time our luck took a turn for the better. There she is.
Oh God, not again.
What now? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm getting sucked in.
I wish you were all here with me, but I know it's better that you're not. We have a score to settle, you bloody bastard, and this time I'm ready for your tricks.
Alright, we are playing an archer. And or bard. It's a ranged DPS though. I will fight as Renda Ray. Alright, so what have I got? Heavy Shot, I've got Acidic Bite, and Radiant Arrow. That's on a cooldown. I've got Second Wind and I've got Dulling Arrow. All right. Well, let's start with a dot. Oh, God. How much of a cooldown is this on? Oh. No, you don't. Okay. 30 seconds. Oh, God. Well, seal that off. There we go. Oh, geez, really? Making us do the Manicore dance? So far, so good. I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen at about half health. So I need to be ready for that. Oh, you are adding a lot more stuff to your repertoire. Oh, no effect. Okay. That one I can use over and over again. What the? Where's this coming from? Oh! Yay, you've got friends. All right, all right. The lone wolf just had to do it on her own terms. See. We've got an increased defense. Oh wow, Artbird is just taking all that. Seems like he also has Spell Cleave. Oh, wow. Okay. Again? Almost. Oh, perfect. Oh. Yeah, it's gearing up for something big. Yeah, we need to finish this thing off before it shoots off that mortal blast, or else we're screwed and we create a time paradox. There we go. All set. All's well that ends well. Heh, tough old bugger. Everyone alright?
Oddbird, I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry for trying to go it alone. And why, pray tell, did you even try to do something so foolish? If we'd been here from the first, it wouldn't have been anything even approaching a challenge. Back in the day, I was a bounty hunter. I told you that much, but I haven't told you about my old partners. Together, we tracked and claimed countless notorious mocks throughout Norvrant. We were the best in the business, and everyone knew our names and our reputation. They called us legends, and somewhere along the line, we started to believe it too. And then we set our sights on Balam Quits. I survived. They didn't. I swore vengeance, but had no idea about how to go pursuing it. Then I met you lot and thought that maybe with your help I might just have a fighting chance. So you see, I never intended to keep it all a secret. It's just, you never asked, and since I'd rather not talk about it. Easier to live in the moment, you know? Next town, the next job. The weeks flew by, and after a time, I started having second thoughts. I'd lost those closest to me before. I didn't want to live through that again.
Are we or are we not comrades? Through thick and thin. These bonds of fellowship between us must all come before all else. Otherwise, they may as well not exist. You say the thought of losing us pained you. What of our feelings? What of our loss? What if we had not arrived when we did? You saved our lives more times than I can count. How dare you refuse to let us do the same? And without those keen ears of yours, I'll never know what bollocks Brandon and Albert are whispering about me behind my back. And ignorance is not bliss, let me tell you. Hey, how convenient it stopped raining. Oh, shoot. This one's worth a fortune, eh? And fame besides, I'll wager we won't have to pay for our drinks when we get back into town. Oh, gods, not another night to remember.
Don't you worry your pretty head over our fearless leader's questionable constitution. Take pride in the victory, and the small folk will sleep easily once they hear of Balamquitz's demise. Until Albert's drunken snoring wakes them from the slumber.
And on that note, I think it's time we quit this place. And Rendere, I trust that the next time you decide to hunt deadly game, you'll do us the courtesy of extending us an invitation. And there I thought I was doing you a favor by keeping you out of my personal affairs, selfish as it was. Oh, fine, but if you go and die on me, I'll play a necromancer to raise you from the dead so I can kill you out of spite. Agreed. Now then, mind cutting off whatever it is you need to take back as proof of the kill? I don't want to lose a reward on a technicality. Oh, anybody got a big axe? Ardbert? You got a bigger axe? Such a fine crystal. Why not hold on to it as a memento for this occasion?
Wake up, damn you! Hello? What's wrong with you, huh? That's the second time your so-called gift has cost us a chance at slaying Andrea. You know what? I've had enough!
I'm sorry?
Enough, I say. Yes, I don't need your help. I'm perfectly capable of hunting the Sin Eater on my own.
Good luck with that.
Upon our return to Gate Town, you will be given your final payment and we will be free to go our separate ways.
You never asked me what happened during my vision. And I'm starting to see you're going down the same path that she thought she had to go down. Alright, back to Kalusia then. At least we get to hear Lahi. It didn't turn to nighttime. Oops. Forgot I was still on, Chocobo back. On bird back. I knew if I kept on doing Olvara's voice, I would have killed my throat before the end of the stream.
Honestly, I don't know why I ever placed my faith in you. You're such a disappointment. Humph. Consider this the formal dissolution of our partnership. Let none ever again speak the names Reek and Throate in the same breath. Yes, never again. And with that, I bid you good day.
When he was little, Reek's parents punished him for a time by withholding his allowance. Without money to lavish on his friends, he soon found that they were only drawn to him by his wealth. I dare say he feared you would abandon him as they did and decided to push you away first. I'm not trying to make excuses for what he said. I only hope that you find it in your heart to forgive him. Take some time to think it over, then come see me. Oh, take this for your troubles. Why can't you help me slay this Cardinal Virtue instead of him? So far, he's seemed useless in combat. Anyway. I am sure a talented man like yourself is needed all over the realm, and so I thank you for sparing a moment to hear me out. You know what? I've got nothing but time on my hands. Might as well. Since you two parted ways, Reek has come to visit me several times, though he is blessedly in good health. I worry for his spirits. I think it may have been the only friend he has had for some time. I consider journeying to the Crystarium myself to look in on him, but I find travel rather difficult these days. If you could go in my stead, it would put my heart at ease. Alright. Want me to slap him in the face for you as well? Because I might do that without you asking. Alright, I also forgot to change over. There we go. Where am I at? Okay, an hour and a half. Not bad. remembering some things coming up in Endwalker, and I've been considering doing some things off stream that could help enhance the experience a little bit. Like little flourishes of dialogue and text that would actually benefit from getting some other stuff under my belt. Oh, there was something that I could have done beforehand to enhance the experience back in A Realm Reborn when I was doing the pre-Heavensward quests. Lurik's customary seat is empty, and there's nothing to suggest he's occupied it recently. Perhaps someone will have noted his passing? Hey, have you seen a pompous-looking cat boy around? Looking for Master Reek, are we? Heh, I dare say you're the only one. Why does Mummy and Daddy cut him off, so there's no point in pretending he's the little pretending to like the little shite anymore. Last I saw him, he was moping about like someone had shot his Amaro. I'm sure he'll turn up eventually.
Kalusia, right? You're Lurik's partner. I was with Lambert, remember? Well, I had a stress because after we left, we headed straight to Ratika. We heard a rumor Andrea was there, and Lambert wanted to strike them while the iron was hot. By the time we realized we were overmatched, it was too late. I saw Lambert fall, and when the ear set her sights on the others, I fled. Call me a coward if you like, but my cowardice saved my life. Wicked white, I still remember looking back as I ran and seeing Lambert rise to his feet. Told everyone what had happened to warn them off the hunt. Some listened, but a few bloody fools took up their weapons and joined the hunt. Glory-hungry imbeciles, and not one of them was returned. Didn't expect Lurik to be one of them neither. I remember thinking it odd, especially when I saw him leave for Raktika alone. You're meeting him there, I presume. Good luck, friend. I have no doubt you're going to your doom.
Oh, good. So not only have the other hunters died, they've most likely been risen as Sin Eaters as well. So we've got more than one to deal with now.
Lurik, the Mastel lordling. If he ain't sat at his usual table, then I have no idea where else to look.
Well, luckily I know, and I have an idea of where to look. Back to Lahi. Alright, thought I heard something.
Back to Lahi.
Lurik, you're a damn fool. Oh, it's not one of these. Oh, wait, it is.
Throate, why are you here? Don't tell me you came for me. It's terrible, it's horrible. Andrea, she's...
Oh, let me get this for you real quick.
Render Ray! If aught of you remains, then hearken to my words.
Yes. Oh, wow, we actually get to see him hold the bow for the very first time.
I have come to lay your soul to rest, alone, as you yourself faced Balaam quits a century ago on this very ground.
I'm sure I'll tell him a good time. Hey, look.
Landbird! Oh, gods, no!
Oh. She's got her own... She's got a new set of Warriors of Light. Only as, you know, cardinal virtues and Sin Eaters. Ah.
Don't tell me, you beheld a vision of my past just now, didn't you?
Yep, I saw everything. And I saw how screwed you were gonna be.
I thought as much. But wasn't but a moment ago that I confronted them. Awfully useful, that trick of yours, though I can't understand why you kept using it every time we ran into Andrea.
Well, it's not like I can control it every single time. Yeah, like I said, I can't control when it happens.
Huh, so it wasn't something you did deliberately. Good to know. Anyway, unintentional or not, at least I won't have to convince you of what I saw. She's turned Landbird and those other hunters into Sin Eaters like herself. A Hume axeman, a Galgian swordsman, a dwarven healer, and an elven mage. Oh, looked awfully familiar, didn't it? She's rebuilding her fellowship. She's remaking the Warriors of Light. But for the life of me, I can't understand why. I mean, I understand why she came here in the first place. She's reliving the hunt for Balaam Quits. But Brenda Ray slew the beast by herself. The stories were clear about that.
Yeah, about that. Her Warriors of Light actually came to her aid. And those stories were wrong. Which is what I wanted to tell you after you told me to bugger off the last time it happened in front of the Cardinal Virtue, you dingus.
I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me for all the things I said. Throate? I've regretted my behavior ever since the day we parted ways. It was stupid and nonsensical and utterly pointless. Not sure I could even tell you why I did what I did.
That's fine. Water under the bridge. I still like the other bowman better.
Thank you, my friend. I hope it's all right if I call you that.
For now, if you're not going to go back to being the pump you was bastard you were with all that money.
Right then. Andrea should be around here somewhere. Still on the hunt for Balaam Quits, I expect. Not that she'll ever find it. No doubt Landbird and the others are with her too. He and I may have had our differences, but I don't wish that fate on my worst enemy. He deserves to be laid to rest. They all do. Brenda Ray, most of all. She is my hero. And if I have to kill her to save her soul, then so be it. But this is too much for even the best hunter to handle alone, and I'm far from the best. The only way to see this through is together. You and me, my friend. What say you?
I mean, that was the plan from the start, wasn't it?
Ha! I asked for a word and you give me a nod. Fair enough. But before we resume the hunt in earnest, though, let's return to Gate 10 and let Miss Silvara know all is well. After all, you wouldn't have come here unless she sent you.
You're actually quick to figure it out, aren't you? Alright, well, let's head back to the Crystal. Let's head back to, Kalusia. Might actually be able to get there a little bit quicker if I go to Yulmore. And then just do this. And then the path to glory! Not very glorious, is it? I brought your little boy home. I know you're not the biological mother, but you're the mother that stepped up. Ah, Throate, what a pleasure to see you again, and in the company of little Reek, no less. Am I right in assuming you've patched things up? You know what, for now, yeah.
I should like to think so, yes, and it's all thanks to you. Had you not implored him to give me another chance, I might, well, still be sitting alone in the swamps, dwelling on my myriad failings. And you, my friend, I know not why you sought her out on your own, but I'm glad that you did. Miss Alvara is perhaps the only person who truly cares for my well-being, but she has no one to look after her.
Don't be silly, Reek. I have you, don't I? Before you start blabbering about how you wish you could properly reward Throate, as I can tell you're about to, know that I prepared a hearty meal just for him.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Nevertheless, I shall see you both duly compensated once we have claimed the bounty for Andrea. And claim it we shall, for united Reek and Throate are unstoppable, is what I'd like to say, but I know my own limitations better than anyone. It would be prudent to make proper preparations at this juncture. You two should see to it that you are ready for the struggle ahead. It will be a mighty one indeed, but one well worth the effort, my friend.
Yay, I'm getting a meal. Alright, I think I'm ready. Alright, so I'm gonna go on ahead and flip a coin and see which job I do this as. Alright. Heads ninja, tails dancer. Alright, I'm doing it as dancer. I got tails. That means for probably the rest of the MSQ, I'm going to be doing the dungeons as ninja.
Throate, my friend, my partner, I trust you're ready? Good. That's very good indeed. But before we depart to face Andrea, for what I praise the final time, I have a confession to make. I may have been somewhat misleading when I
intimated the tremendousness of my martial prowess.
In truth, it rather pales in comparison to yours.
Uh-huh, do tell.
You must be terribly crestfallen, I'm sure. It is my deepest regret that I allowed you to labor under the misapprehension that we were equals for so long.
Never occurred to me for a single second.
In my defense, I must say that when I realized what an exceedingly powerful warrior you truly are, I was dumbstruck. I struggled to conceive of how even to broach the subject. Furthermore, I must admit that great majority, nay, all of our efforts to hone our skills in preparation for the battle to come have been entirely for my benefit, that the disparity between us might not be so readily apparent. To think that my insecurity drove me to postpone this fateful day for so long. My cowardice, I allowed Andrea to assemble a party of followers, where before we might have only to contend with one foe, we must now confront 5. And for all my preparation, I'm still no more likely to be an asset to you than a hindrance. But perhaps that need not be the case. In discussing this grim reality with Miss Alvara while you were away, we hit upon a potential stratagem.
Recall you Rendere's greatest strength and weakness. Her preternatural hearing? Well, can be reasonably certain that Andrea is possessed of it as well. Therefore, if you were to fashion a device that could produce a loud noise at will, you could use it to secure an advantage in your battle.
What I lack in strength of arms, I make up for with
guile. Wow.
While it will not guarantee us victory, it will surely bring us one step closer. A thousand pardons, Mr. Reek, but I am come to deliver a message from your Lord Father. Daddy? What does he want with me now? It has come to Lord Father's attention that you have acquitted yourself rather poorly as a bounty hunter, and have brought terrible shame upon your family name. He commands you cease all such activities at once and return to the city forthwith. Should you fail to do so, you will be stripped of your citizenship and family name. No further financial assistance will be provided. Oh dear.
Well, what say you to that?
You may tell my father and mother that the following: that I am Lurik, proud bounty hunter, slayer of sin eaters, and that I have no intention of renouncing this cause, and that they are free to do as they seem fit. Tell them that if they have no son, that I have no parents, that I have no family save Miss Alvara, who has shown me more love than they ever have.
Very good, Mr. Reek. I shall deliver your reply to them at once.
Oh, he's taking it all in stride. I respect that. Oh wow, your voice changed. Right. Now that that's settled, we can get to work crafting the giant noisemaker of ours. Let us consult with the craftsman of the crystalline mean at once. I dare say you lit a fire in him, Throate. Never thought I'd see the day when he'd muster the courage to say anything like that to his parents. It seems like everyone that meets me has a positive change in them one way or another. Whether or not that's a good or bad thing in my case is up for debate for some people. It's like as soon as he heard that, then the pompousness in his voice sort of just disappeared. Oh wow, this is higher than the crystalline mean. I did not know that. Alright, well. Oh, I get to do this. I get to do this. Wait! God, that's fun.
What's all this then? You got something that needs making?
Indeed I do, good sir. I wish to commission the production of a device that can generate a tremendously loud sound. It must be small and light enough to be carried by a single individual as well.
Ain't that one of the stranger requests I've heard? Oh, if it's just noise you want, then I wager we could do with a special blend of fire sand. I think if I got just the recipe for your needs, I'll need some choice ingredients, mind. You'll need to go and fetch them for me.
Fetch? What precisely is it that you require?
Well, there's one particular beastie, native to Kalusia, what's got a singular diet and leaves these massive dung piles. The fresher the better, if it please. A few varieties of grasses native to Raktika. Oh, and some iron ore from Mamarang. I can give you a list if you like.
To wit, I will need to travel to the far corners of Norvrand and back. Oh dear, this is rather more involved than I... No more excuses. I will do whatever must needs be done to see this through to the end. My friend, I will not impose these tasks upon you. I insist that you remain here while I go and fetch the required materials. You sure? You don't want me to go take care of at least one of them for you? Alright then, well, I guess I'll wait around then. Where the hell do I go? Wait. Ah, right. His usual spot. Alright, I believe yeah, it's over here. I guess I'll go wait over by his favorite table then. Alright, well. I guess you're doing the quest as well. It was a series of surprisingly harrowing experiences, but in the end, I managed to obtain the materials necessary for the construction of my secret weapon. How long did it take for you to wash off all the dung? That gentleman was rather accommodating. Despite being somewhat put out that I had not any gil to pay him for his labor, he was nevertheless willing to teach me how to craft the arrows myself. He said he found my industriousness endearing. I must confess, despite being utterly exhausted by all this busy work, it has been somewhat refreshing. And now that my noisemaker arrows are ready, I cannot wait to put them to the proof. If all goes to plan, the explosion should be loud enough to incapacitate Andrea for a time. Let us put an end to her tale, my friend, and in so doing, write the opening of ours. That of Reek and Throate, bounty hunters extraordinaire. Come, Raktika and glory await. I got the twinge of Manderville for no apparent reason. Well, let's head back to Rectica. Alright, Lurik, you're sure you're ready for this?
If I may make one small request before we begin, please, for the love of gods, please try not to succumb to any visions of people's past. This really could not be a worse time.
No promises, though I don't think that's gonna happen. Ah! Looks like you're back.
Well, are you still with me in the here and now?
Don't worry, I took an ibuprofen, I'm fine.
Excellent. Then we can attend to the task at hand without worry. Let us lay to rest our fellow hunters and render Ray the peace a hero deserves.
Alright, let's go on ahead and kick some ass. I wonder. Oh, good, I can give you dance partner. Alright, well. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. I am taking out this guy. There you go. Alright, let's get you down. There we go. One down. Let's get the spellcaster next. Lurik, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I see. Oh, so you get to go out of the circle, but I can't? Very fair game. Four, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. All right, yeah, let's finish this caster off. There we go, down. Oh, good. Ah! That still went off, really? Okay. Alright, let's take out the Immaculate Knight first. You concentrate on her, I'll get this bastard. 3, 2, boom. Oh, jeez. Two, 3, go. Ow. Wrong button. There we go. If you have another noisemaker, now would be the time to use it. One, 3, 2. There we go. Wow, 28 minutes on this thing. Done. Alright, it's just you. Wow, you really took that, didn't you, Lurik? Three. Oh, God! I did not expect to get vuln stacks from that. I hope you have a lot of potions on you, because I'm gonna need them. Also, I forgot to bring my potions. Two, 1, 4. Boom. There we are. We won! Even seeing it and saying it, it hardly feels real. You were more skilled with a bow than I thought, man. Huh? What's that you've got there? This is my prize. Wicked White, you're... Ray, the real Ray. I should have never betrayed your trust. Never again, I swore. Never again. Balam quits, the Shadowkeeper, the Flood. Come what may, we would face it together.
no matter how hard it got or how terrified I was. That's what it means to let someone into your heart, knowing full well that nothing lasts forever. To welcome the fear and the pain, the sorrow. When I lost my parents, when we laid the Keeper low, you felt it too, didn't you? To place our faith in a desperate, hopeless attempt to save everyone, and to see it amount to naught in the end. What else could we do but offer up that tiny remainder in a final futile effort, even knowing deep down it was worth but a few moments more? What is this? You gave me fear, and that fear gave me strength. Wait, there's so much I want to ask!
I wonder who she was talking to.
I don't understand. What was she talking about? It's not right. It's not fair. Heroes sacrificing themselves for nothing, becoming villains, being forgotten. Thank you, Throate. I could never have gotten this far without your help. I had no idea who Render Ray or any of the other warriors of light truly were. 'Twas all ancient history to me. Why would I care who some eaters once were? I was no better than my parents, judging them out of hand, dismissing their sacrifice, not bothering to look deeper. It made it all the easier to pursue Andrea for my own amusement. I pray I've made up for it in part by helping to lay Render Ray's soul to rest. Miss Olvara is probably worried sick about us both. We should return to Kalusia and let her know we're all right.
Let's go back to the only parent who cares about you. So I know your biological mother and father don't give two shits. Once again, to the path of glory! You know, technically I could have just taken care of the, last, near quest after talking to your, wet nurse here. My little reek, Throate. Congratulations on a job well done. And from one hunter to another, thank you for helping Render Ray to achieve a measure of peace. She was a hero to me too, and it broke my heart to know what had become of her. To have your legacy tarnished so, to have the world call you villain, even still, but at least I can take comfort in knowing she could finally enjoy a long rest. Whatever the others may say, we will preserve the truth in story and song. Render Ray the bravest hunter there ever was, and more importantly, a true friend to those she held dear. I can only hope to measure up to her example someday. For now, however, I say we return to the Crystarium and raise a glance at the celebration. Okay. Well, good talking with you. So she brought down Blumquats not alone, but with the aid of her comrades. May not be the story I was taught, but somehow rings true to my ear. Alright, up, back to the Crystarium. Boop. Back to you. Andrea's bounty has been paid to us in full, my friend, so come, let us eat, drink, and be merry. Good, because I could use something after all that. I've been meaning to ask, Throate, but I have the impression you're rather more acquainted with these warriors of light than you've been letting on. What exactly do you know about them? I'm going to tell you everything. And I really hope that you are paying attention, you dingus. Still my least favorite questline, but I'm glad he's not as much of a spoiled brat in the end. That is so preposterous a tale that I have no choice but to assume it's true. Offering up their lives to first cross the lift, then to halt the flood. Wicked white! Must have taken her so much courage to see it through in those final moments. Courage born not of a desire for glory or dedication to an ideal, but of fear and love for those with whom she had forged unshakable bonds. Her comrades. I won't pretend that we have anything even approaching such a powerful connection, but I would like to think that if you were in mortal peril that I would fly to your side without hesitation. Having said that, if I were tested as Renda Ray were, if I were challenged to offer up my life for others without even knowing if it would amount to aught, I doubt I could rise to the occasion. I am a child and a fool who knows little of the world. I have been coddled and spoiled, and have only just tasted the bitter fruits of life that you and countless others sup on daily. You're made of sterner stuff, Throate, far sterner than me, and that's why I know I can never walk your path. Well, no shame in that. Doubt you could ever walk it anyway, since it goes between two worlds. Oh, but there is! I cannot recall a time I have felt happier and more alive than when I've traveled with you. But you have countless other journeys ahead of you, don't you? For you are destined for greater challenges, whereas I'm suited to rather more pedestrian affairs. Know your limits, as Miss Alvaro used to say. Meeting her again after all these years, seeing how much older and more frail she'd become, made me realize how little time together we have left. She shouldn't have to live out her days living alone and in squalor. I've decided it will not be so. I shall return to Kalusia and attend to her needs, for I would do my utmost to repay the love and kindness that made me the man I am today. You know what? You actually turned out okay in the end. Therefore, it pains me to say it, but I fear the celebration must also mark the end. Or, at the very least, a tentative suspension of the glorious partnership that was Reek and Throate, bounty hunters extraordinaire. Should you ever find yourself in Kalusia, however, do come and pay us a visit. Just give me my reward and I'll end things off. Alright, you go, care for your mother. Speaker for the brave. Alright. Well, we've got one more left after this, but that'll be another stream. For now, I've got 2 quests I gotta complete. Alright. First one should be in Linza. Since I'm currently a dancer, I'm gonna take care of the dancer one first. Oh god, okay. So many. Rising to the occasion, that's it. Oh, good. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it. Much quieter. Oh good, I am going the right way. Okay, good. This is the right one. Hey, it's been a while. Hi.
Well, if it isn't Throate, what a delightful surprise, and just look at that posture and poise. I can see you've not neglected your training one bit since we last parted. As for us, Troop Falsiam continues to tour Eorzea, bringing hope to the dejected and downtrodden. Whenever and wherever the Totentaz threatened to rear its ugly head, we were there to cast out the shadows. With tales of our performances spreading across the realm, we've had no small number of aspiring dancers knocking at our door. Training them was consuming nearly all my waking hours, but recently Rana has stepped in to help shoulder the burden.
Truly, I'd be lost without her. And what of you, Throate? Have you had any noteworthy performances since we last met? Well, I traveled to and from a distant world, so, yeah, there's that. And I thought our voyage to distant shores was a long one. I see you've had yourself quite an adventure, though I confess the full import of your tale is quite beyond my comprehension. Still, this bounty hunter you befriended put you in quite a predicament, didn't he? Reminds me of another troublemaker I used to know. Me, a troublemaker? I may have been immature, but I only had my friend's best interests at heart. Isn't that right, Throate? Besides, it sounded like even this bounty hunter came around in the end.
Yes, he did.
Indeed, there's a certain something about you, Throate. Something that brings out the best in those whose lives you touch, and Rana here is a prime example. The hot-headed girl I once knew has come into her own as a dancer, a woman, and a leader of her peers. Perhaps it is finally time that... Yes, I'm sure of it. Throate, Rana, there's a dilemma that's been weighing heavily on me of late, but I do believe I finally found an answer. Pray accompany me out of the city of Lunosha. I would discuss matters further with you away from the crowds. Okay. Well, shall we? Oh, and Summerford. Well, let's, I'll just do this. Weep. Ah, I see you're in your dancer attire. Cool. Throate, Rana, forgive me for not sharing the news with you too sooner. As fortune would have it, Troop Falsheim has been invited to perform at the Mujakoza in Kugane, and our patrons are willing to pay a premium for our services. Oh, really? The Mujakoza? You mean that I could dance on the same stage that has hosted some of the most renowned artists in the Far East? Someone pinch me. When do we leave? As soon as we're able. And there lies my dilemma. The threat of the Totentas still looms over Eorzea, and I have a duty to train the next generation of dancers to carry on Troop Falsheim's mission. I cannot very well abandon these shores while my life's work remains undone, and so I turn to you. Rana Migo. You have blossomed into a fine dancer and a capable leader. I would have you assume my role as principal and oversee Troop Falsheim's tour of Kugane. Mistress Nashmira, what are you saying? It is the only practical solution. We would travel to Kugane to share our art with our friends in the Far East, and I could remain here to train our new recruits and deliver the people of Eorzea from the throes of the Totetons. But I'm not ready for this. There's still so much I must learn. You told me as much just moons ago. And I have seen you come far since then. And no one is born a leader, and doubtless it will be a struggle at first. But you're every bit as prepared for this role as I was the day I inherited it. I would not make this offer if I did not believe in this with all my heart. And yet I will not force the position upon you. But at the very least, pray think upon it for a while. Me? Leader and principal of Troop Falsheim? I do believe Mistress Nashmira's lost her wits. Why, I still remember the days I would trip over my own 2 feet every time I took the stage. And yet, she seems intent on remaining here in Eorzea. If I refuse, the curtains will fall on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase our art on the Far East's biggest stage. And yet, were I to go and fail spectacularly... I swear, my mind is going in circles. Whatever should I do, Throate? It's not like me to brood and fret like this. Well, you're a dancer, are you not? What are
you saying? That if I cannot find the answer I seek in still thought, perhaps I might find it in motion? You may very well be right. Dance with me, Throate. Show me through your motions all you have learned in your travels. Help me to clear the shadows of doubt from my mind.
Well, I mean, who am I to refuse?
Stunning view. No sign of onlookers for moms. Yes, this place should serve nicely for our private performance.
Oh, well now.
We dance today not for admiring crowds. Our only audience is each other. So face me, Throate. I would look upon your movements in all their glory and let you inspire me to greater heights.
Oops.
Oh, thank you, Throate. That was simply exhilarating.
Did we just have sex? You know, I just realized I haven't done this on my main yet, despite having Dancer at level 90.
From the first step, I couldn't take my eyes off you. Before I knew it, I had forgotten myself, my worries carried off by the wind. You were watching me, yes? What did you think? Have I truly come far, as Mr. Nashmira says?
You will go further.
Ha, so you're saying there's still room for improvement, eh? Well, consider the challenge accepted. I'll train harder than ever, and next time we meet, you'll see what I'm truly capable of. In any event, this I know more than ever. Dancing is my life, my calling. I must continue to perfect my craft that I might inspire and bring hope to others, just as Mistress Nashmira and you have inspired me. The answer is clear to me now. I may not be the leader that she was, but I will be the leader I know I can be.
That's all we can ask.
Thank you for everything, Throate. I must return to Limsa to relay the news to Mistress Nashmira. You'll join me there, won't you?
Yeah, my rush to get all the jobs on my main up to level 9, up to level 100. I kind of forgot to do some of the level 80 quests, and this is one of them. So I'm gonna have to go back on my main and do this quest as well. Oops! I'm not ninja. Besides, why the hell would I want to be a blue-haired douchebag? Alright, well, I can do this at least. Speed it up. Oh, you're right here. Cool.
Rana here came dashing into our town half out of breath. I can only assume what this means. The girl has found her answer, has she not? You bet I have. I may not be ready to fill fill your toe shoes completely, but damned if I'm not going to try. Leave the tour Kugane to me. I'm proud of you, Rana. Now go and tell the others that you must begin preparations at once. I'll be along with Throate shortly. While I'm beyond pleased with the results, I must admit I didn't expect the girl to reach out to a decision so quickly. Whatever did you do to bring about her change of heart? Oh, we danced. Well, that I cannot say. That's between you and Rana, you say. Well, with all the secrets I've kept from you, I suppose I'm not one to talk. And yet, as silly as it sounds, I can't help but envy at the friendship you two share. In any event, Rana owes much to you, my friend. As do I. Troop Falsheim is stronger for having you joined us. Come now, let's return to the others. We shared a most beautiful moment together. Cannot say I was prepared for this, and yet, if this is how Mistress Nashmira would have it, it is far from my place to oppose. Besides, nothing in this world can last forever. With the end of one era comes the beginning of the next, and all of us here welcome Mistress Rana's reign. We will do all in our power to see that Troop Falsheim continues to flourish under her stewardship. Quilud, my friends, you are too kind. Let us not forget that we are all in this together. If we move forward as one, there's no limit to the heights we may reach. And with that, we must prepare to set sail without delay. In Kugane, too, there are those whose spirits sag. We must bring them hope as only Troop Falsheim can. I, too, should be getting on. The Totentanz threatens the return in hidden corners of the realm, and I must train the next generation of dancers to continue our fight. And you have your own adventures to return to, don't you, Throate? But don't be sad. Mistress Nashmira, you, and I, even if we go our separate ways, will always be united by our passion for dance. Our paths will cross again, I'm certain, and on that day you'll simply be astonished at the dancer I've become, mark my words. So to you, my rival, my friend, I say not farewell, but rather keep dancing until we might once again take the same stage.
Yay! Dancer complete! Alright, well, let's go on ahead and go change over to Ninja and go back to Wineport. Excuse me. And yep. Alright, one last quest before I end things off today.
Welcome back, Throate. You may enter.
Oh, I'm out of drink. Hello, Burrow. I am here. Oh, God. What the hell's gonna happen? Or Burrow's wearing a shite-eating grin on his face for reasons you can only begin to imagine.
You thought you had evaded me for good, did you? Well, see who has the last laugh. Ha 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 ha!
Throate, by the kami, don't sneak up on me like that. That is, of course, I felt your presence. Yes, I was simply deep in thought, that's all.
The hell are you doing right now?
But I dare say for good reason. For you see, I finally tracked down that elusive bird, and I'm ready to seize him by the wings and take back what is mine. I speak, of course, of that blasted Karasu.
Ever since he escaped with half of the Forbidden Scroll, I have not let up the search for a moment. Today, at long last, I have found him. Truly, this is reason to rejoice. Would you not agree? And yet, the act of stealing the scroll back will not prove so simple, which is why your arrival is truly a gift from the heavens. You will aid me in the task, will you not? It will be just like old times. Yeah, why not? Once again, I owe you my gratitude. Now let's get down to brass tacks, as Jack would say. My shinobi have ascertained that Karasu has once again returned to Eorzean shore to supply his trade, such as it is in the shadows of the black markets. Furthermore, they say he's taken up residence in a secret secluded grove in Lenosha known as Hermit's Hovel. You know the place, yes? Let's meet up there, and I will share with you the ingenious designs of my plan. I will go ahead on my own. We do not want to attract attention, after all. Good. Well, Yome, I think you're the voice of sanity in here. Do you have anything? Please look after Master Throate. It's not that I doubt his judgment, of course, but one never knows what tricks Karasu has up his sleeve. Alright, you got it. Oh my god. Oh, hi. Alright, where the hell's Long Climb? Ah. Alright, Camp Overlook then. I have a bird. Oh yeah, I said I'd do. I'll hold off on doing the fortune drawing until next stream, cause I've been going for almost 2.5 hours. Oh God, hello. I see. I'll leave you to it. Hello, Oboro. I thank you for coming, Throate. Now, without further ado, let me explain precisely how I intend to recover the scroll from Karasu's clutches. My colleagues and I have been observing the man closely for a fortnight or so, though one would assume otherwise, he is actually a man of remarkably consistent routine. He carries the scroll in a case that never leaves his side, save, that is, for when he goes for his daily bath, at precisely the same hour each day. I had a mind to lift the scroll from his possessions while he was otherwise occupied, much as we did with Zakuro that one time in Kugane, but would you believe it? It's almost as if by magic no sooner has he entered the baths than he is out again. Scroll at his side and fully dressed in that garish garb of his. This is where you come in. Worry not, this will not involve any high-wire walking or elaborate disguises. I simply intend to invite the man to share a drink, thereby delay his departure. In the meantime, you're to sneak into the bathhouse and steal away with the scroll. Ingeniously plotted, would you not say? I need only lull Karasu into a false sense of security with my impeccable acting skills, and the scroll is as good as ours. What could go wrong? So let us put the plan in action. Let us make for the hovel, separately, of course. Find yourself suitable cover and wait for me to lure the crow away. We shall meet again here once you have safely recovered the scroll. Something tells me this ain't gonna go to plan. What makes you think he's actually got the scroll on him? And it's not just some sort of decoy and he's been waiting for you to do this all his time. Whatever. Why the hell are you? Okay, whatever. Alright. Let me go on ahead and just lay in wait here. Yeah, this ain't gonna go how I think it is. How he thinks it is. Oh, but what is this? Our hero arrives for a relaxing soak in his favorite spring, only to be stared down by his self-styled rival and realm-renowned Oboro the Dim. Have you not yet had your fill of being outwitted and embarrassed by your betters? Spare me the bombast and bluster, Karasu. I stand before you today with an offer of peace. We are countrymen, and there was once a time when we called each other friend. Has our conflict not persisted long enough? So let us lay down our weapons for a day and let us soak in these soothing waters, reminisce about times gone by, and see if we cannot put our petty differences behind us. Well, I even brought a bottle of Hinged rice wine for the occasion.
Astonishing! Incredible! Has the dim one lost his wits? Does he believe that a few flowery words are enough to pull the wool over the crow's keen eyes while he steals away with the scroll? The audience gasps at the sheer audacity!
Believe me or not, the choice is yours. But this I swear, I have no interest in seeing the two halves of that accursed scroll reunited. On the contrary, with one half safely sealed away in our village and the other in the hands of the realm's most elusive ninja, the forbidden mudra will never be wielded again. And I would not have it any other way. Furthermore, I have recently found enlightenment of a sort. Long last, I have realized that your skill with ninjutsu far exceeds my own. Even had I once desired to steal a scroll back from you, I am now painfully aware that doing so is entirely beyond my abilities.
Oh, well, color me surprised. The boy's actually grown half a brain since we last met. But aren't you being a bit naive, Oboro? After all, what's to stop me from simply returning to your village, effortlessly incapacitating our elders, and seizing the other half of the scroll for myself?
I know you too well, Karasu. It is not power you crave, but freedom. You have worked too long, too hard to cast off the shackles of our village to risk losing it all over a single scroll.
The audience gasps! Why, I do believe that's the single most intelligent utterance that's ever escaped the dim one's lips. Very well, then. I'm feeling generous today, so I do believe I'll entertain your offers. Though for your sake, I do hope that the rice one you've brought is a good vintage. I simply can't abide poor taste in beverages, you see.
Oh my god. Alright, well. Alright, no one here. Good. Wooden table, bookshelf, sturdy box. You found a scroll. It's entitled Big Ears and Bushy Tails on the breeding of and rearing of rabbits. This doesn't appear to be the item I'm looking for. Alright. Bookshelf? It's entitled Mastering Doman Mahjong, a primer for pretenses. Apprentices. This doesn't appear to be the item I'm looking for, although that might be good to have for later. Well, let's try the obvious one. It's entitled Oboro's Dullest and Most Dim-Witted Moments as Chronicled to Gold by Karasu Dead Redbeak. This doesn't appear the item you're looking for, although I might take it anyway so I can have a good laugh. Alright, well. It's titled The Wandering Minstrel's Greatest Mysteries Revealed. Doesn't appear to be the item I'm looking for. Bookshelf appears to be quite sturdy. Perhaps you could use it as a foothold to reach the room above. Wait, what? Ah. Oh. Hello. A simple bed and nothing else. Okay. Didn't know you could come up here. Alright. Oh my god, what the hell are you doing, Oboro? I'm just gonna go this way. Let's go far away. And something tells me this is gonna be a false one. Yeah, something tells me this is gonna be a fake. Alright, let's see the amazing cutscene. Oh wait, no. Oboro, what the hell was that dance? Ah, you returned, friend, with the scroll safely in your grasp, no doubt. Let me examine it that I might ascertain its authenticity. There you go. And what tells me you're not Karasu?
Yes, yes, there can be no doubting it. This is indeed the forbidden mudra that I sought. After all these years, I finally outwitted that accursed crow.
Oh, come on, it can't be that simple. And we must be worried. No doubt Karasu has already realized that something is amiss. Let us reconvene at the storehouse before he can pick up our trail. Alright, well. Something tells me it's not that simple. So I'm gonna fly up high and see what it looks like over here. Oh, wow. Oh, nothing. Oh, he's just not here. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's head back to the storehouse. Thought I'd be able to find something silly, by going back there. Alright, back to Wineport and back to the storehouse. Yeah, that seemed a little too easy. Are you sure everything's alright with it?
Welcome back, Throate. Do forgive if I'm a bit giddy. I still can't quite believe that I outwitted Karasu for once. My plans have a habit of, firing back, as they say. Why, you should have seen him. So convincing was my act that by the time you were through, he was stumbling and slurring his words so much that you'd think he'd drowned a whole bathtub's worth of... He drowned a whole bathtub's worth of wise wine. Oh. God, piss, lad. Shut up your gob. Every cove and more from moms can hear you blabbing. Oh, hi, Jack. Captain Jack, a pleasure as always. Do forgive me my outburst. I was merely celebrating with our mutual friend here my most remarkable triumph over the accursed Karasu. Oh there, Throate. Always a pleasure to see a dimber damber like yourself back in town. I trust your stabbers haven't dulled since we last met. Anyway, between this reunion and Bro's hard-won victory, I reckon we've got cause to celebrate. Let's say we drag our do-beaters back to town and yaffle ourselves a bite at the Bismarck. Splendid idea, my friend. Why, I would enjoy nothing more than to share the joyous moment with my boon companions. To the Bismarck bear. Then, and the first round's on me. Yes, Spirit. I'll send ahead to Thunderfoot and Astray. More than better, after all. It's been too long since we've had a right little rogue family reunion. Upstanding fellow as ever, that Captain Jack. But it is somewhat bittersweet, is it not? Now that my long-standing pursuit of Karasu has come to a close, I find myself in search of a new mission. A new purpose in my life, such as it were. I have no intention of returning to the cramped confines of my village, and yet I am uncertain where my abilities might best avail the people of this realm. Pray tell, what sort of adventures have you been occupying yourself with of late?
Well, I've been, on a different world, actually.
What's this you say? There exist worlds out there other than our own? If you're having a jest at Orboro's expense, old friend, let it be known I do not find it amusing. But no, I can tell that you say this in earnest. Consider me a treat, though forgive me if I'm not in a hurry to seek out a means to travel there. No, I will bide my time here in Eorzea and carefully ponder my future. At any rate, we mustn't keep Jack and the others waiting, yes? I will make for the Bismarck as soon as I have attended to my affairs here. Why don't you travel on ahead?
Well, something tells me the scroll still isn't safe, but let's see how this plays out. Alright, let's head over to the Bismarck. Let's head over to the Bismarck. Alright, well. Sure, there's a table reserved for us, so, John Catman. That's a good name. Alright.
And just like that, the scroll was mine again. And so I say, who is the dim one now, you damned crow? Ha 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 ha.
Hey, you've told the tale thrice over already. Is the mutton here yet? I'm right banded, I say.
And I will tell it over and over again, my good captain. After all, it is no small feat to triumph over Karasu, quite possibly the most supremely skilled shinobi in our village, nay, our world has ever known.
You can say that again. Wait, you already have. Yep, thought so.
But my friends, be on your guard. That Oboro's a fake.
Yeah, thought so.
What did that? There's two of them!
What nonsense is this? The sheer gall of this man. Clearly, if anyone here is a fake, it is the madman standing in the middle of this fine establishment, stripped down to nothing but his undergarments.
I don't know, Jack. They both look right convincing to me.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
It's the one in his underclothes. Hey, Jack's glad to say the same. Only the real Oboro would be daft enough to stumble in this place stripped down to his skivvies.
Oh, fine then. I tire of this drabble disguise anyhow. Karasu, does your villainy know no bounds? Villainy? You wound me, Oboro. Why, after I learned the art of illusion from that overstuffed lord what's-its-name, I simply thought I would put it to good use and have a little fun. We did have fun, didn't we? I must say, Oboro, your friends are far more entertaining than you are. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from them. But well, I suppose all good things must come to an end. Till we meet again, farewell. Off like a crow in the night.
Don't be too hard on yourself, boy. He had us all rooked. Anyhow, now that it's all bulb, I reckon it's about time we took our due betas to the sisters. You come along too, oh bro. I'll get you something to cover yourself up a bit. Wonder what would have happened if I picked the wrong choice. How much more hilarious would it have... What the hell, man? Oh my god! I did not expect the pants to, make it, bulbous like that. Oh my lord. That's one of Jack's favorite outfits, the poor colt. Oh god. Say what you will, but Jack's fashion sense is certainly one of a kind. Oh god. What do you say, Throate? I reckon the lad's looking sharper than ever. Oh god. I didn't expect the pants to make it that profound.
Captain Jack was kind enough to lend me some garb from his personal wardrobe. They are rather, how might I describe it? Sophisticated, stylish, dashing, and delightful.
Did I ever tell you, or did I tell you, or did I tell you? Well, Jack's got you looking better than before. Every rum doxy and limbs won't be able to take their glazes off you. Or can I, and not in a good way.
In any event, I owe you all, especially you, Throate, an apology for this most unfortunate turn of events. I had thought my plan flawless, but unfortunately I neglected to account for one thing. The possibility that Karasu's tolerance for Hing and rice wine might be considerably higher than my own. I cannot say for sure precisely what happened. All I know is that one moment we were engaged in the most delightful conversation, and the next I was lying in a cot in the hovel with nothing but my undergarments on me. Suspecting that something was amiss, I dashed back to the dock storehouse quick as my legs could carry me, only to find neither you nor Karasu present. My personal wardrobe completely empty to boot.
Dimmer Dammer's always that one. Getting you some new duds was one thing, but clawing that scroll back from Cross is going to be a whole nother matter.
Damn it all. But mark my words, that scoundrel will not get away with his villainy this time. No, I must return to the storehouse at once and draw up a plan to retrieve what is rightfully mine.
Please, please, please have the outfit on when I go there. Well, that's Wing, and damned if he didn't actually seem pleased with all this turn of events. Well, Throate, reckon you got adventures you'd best be getting back today. He's promised me you'll drop in on Oboro and lend him your daddles from time to time. He's a good lad, but he's got a habit of tripping over his two do-beaters, if you will me. Now that you got me sounding like the boy's father. And hell, don't be a stranger here at the sisters either. Cause only know we can always use Dimper Dower like yourself. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back to Wineport. I need to see if he has this on still. And then we'll end things off. Hi, Byakubu. Can you please tell me if he's got him on? Please, please, please. Oh, dang it! That would have been amazing. Oh well. All right, I'm gonna get back to Revenant's Soul for now. Oh well. Alright. I think I'll just stop the recording here then. Alright, that is it for tonight. My next stream is going to be on Saturday, and it's actually going to be Chrono Trigger. I'm finally going to get back to Chrono Trigger and see what else we can do before we actually go toward the final confrontation. So I think what we're doing now is just going around, getting stronger and just getting a bunch of stuff unlocked. I'm going to try to find some more ultimate weapons for our characters. And technically, we can go beat the game at any time. Hell, we've been able to do that throughout the entire game, basically. Ever since we've gotten to the end of time. So... yeah, I think I'm just gonna look around for some more ultimate weapons. See if we can beat some of the stronger bosses and maybe a super boss or two. It's gonna be fun. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys Saturday for Chrono Trigger. At long last. Take it easy. There it is.